The Brown family has reached a boiling point, and what we are witnessing is nothing short of the complete collapse of everything they once built. In a shocking turn of events, Kody Brown has handed Robyn divorce papers face to face in front of the family. Yes, you heard that right. The man who clung to Robyn through the destruction of his marriages with Meri, Janelle, and Christine has now turned his back on the very wife he once called his soulmate. Fans are in disbelief, and the Sister Wives universe has never been more shaken. But if you think this is the climax, you're wrong. This is just the beginning of the chaos. The scene unfolded during a tense family gathering, the kind where decades of buried emotions can erupt in seconds. Robyn was blindsided completely, caught off guard despite fans predicting for months that their marriage was deteriorating. No one, absolutely no one, expected Kody to make such a dramatic public move. And yet, when the moment came, it was undeniable. The fairy tale he once sold the world had turned into a nightmare. But before Robyn could even process what had just happened, another bombshell detonated. Meri, Kody's first wife, the woman who had often been silent, reserved, and overlooked, finally broke through years of repression. In a chilling, blistering statement that silenced the entire room, Meri looked straight at Robyn and said, "The devil is better than Robyn." Gasps filled the air. This was not the Meri fans had known for over a decade. This was a Meri who had reached her limit, and her words carried the weight of years of betrayal. And if that wasn't enough to tear the ground beneath them, Janelle, usually the calm, logical, peacekeeping wife, did something she rarely ever does. She exploded. In front of everyone, she stood shoulder to shoulder with Meri and unleashed years of pent-up frustration. She accused both Kody and Robyn of manipulation, favoritism, and emotional abuse. Her voice cracked but never faltered. Fans immediately took to social media, calling Janelle and Meri the true survivors, the women who had endured too much for too long. It was the moment that confirmed what many had already believed. Robyn's role as the so-called favorite wife was crumbling, and there was no saving the illusion anymore. The Brown family's foundation wasn't just shaking, it was shattering. What began in 2010 as a show about unity and faith had transformed into a story of betrayal, broken promises, and unhealed wounds. Season 19 is currently airing, but whispers are growing louder. Could this be the end of Sister Wives as we know it? After more than a decade of exposing their lives to the world, the family that once symbolized togetherness is now the living embodiment of disintegration. And at the very center of this collapse is Kody Brown, the patriarch, who once boasted about leading a plural family, now left standing in the wreckage of his own making. When the show began, the Browns weren't just another reality family. They were pioneers. As members of the Apostolic United Brethren, they set out to challenge stereotypes and push polygamy into mainstream conversation. For years, viewers watched them juggle enormous challenges: financial struggles, jealousy, faith, and the demands of raising 18 children. But behind the cameras, cracks were forming. And as the years passed, those cracks became impossible to ignore. Christine was the first to walk away, reclaiming her independence in 2021. Then Janelle, and finally Meri, leaving Kody with only Robyn. What was once portrayed as a daring spiritual experiment became a cautionary tale of emotional neglect, fractured trust, and favoritism taken to the extreme. Meri's journey is perhaps the most heartbreaking. She was Kody's first wife, only legal spouse until he divorced her on paper to marry Robyn. Even in the earliest years, their marriage was strained. Kody openly admitted he wasn't attracted to her, and eventually they stopped being intimate altogether. Still, Meri clung to her marriage out of faith and duty, even going so far as to encourage Kody to pursue Robyn. The cruel irony: by doing so, she paved the way for the woman who would ultimately replace her. For years, Meri lived on the margins of her own marriage. But during season 19, she finally let go. And in doing so, she closed a chapter that many fans saw as the symbolic end of Sister Wives itself. Her decision to walk away wasn't just about her marriage, it was about reclaiming her self-worth after decades of silence. Christine's story, on the other hand, has become one of triumph. After enduring years of emotional neglect, she finally said enough was enough. Leaving Kody was one of the hardest decisions of her life, but it also became the most rewarding. Fans watched in awe as Christine not only survived, but flourished. She fell in love again with David Woolley. Their 2023 wedding symbolized everything she had once hoped to find in Kody: love, partnership, and respect. For Christine, the end of plural marriage wasn't a loss, it was liberation. Janelle's path away from Kody was quieter, but no less powerful. A woman of independence and inner strength, Janelle had long enjoyed the freedom that polygamy gave her. But when Kody began neglecting their children, especially during the pandemic, she realized the cost was too high. Her 6 children with Kody were once close to their father, but over time they felt abandoned. Janelle couldn't stand by and watch her family unravel, so she chose herself and her kids over the man who had lost sight of them. Since leaving, she's been charting a new life, even pursuing her longtime dream of starting a flower farm. Her resilience has inspired fans everywhere. And so we return to Kody and Robyn, the couple who were supposed to be the last ones standing. But even here, the cracks are undeniable. When Robyn recently asked Kody if he missed polygamy, his answer shocked everyone. "I don't want to be cavalier, but I'm no longer interested in plural marriage," he admitted. He went further, confessing that he had no desire to ever bring another woman into his life again. After years of preaching the spiritual benefits of polygamy, Kody finally admitted what fans had long suspected. He only wanted Robyn. But now, the divorce papers in her hands, even that illusion is gone. The man who once prided himself on managing a sprawling plural family is now walking away from the very wife he sacrificed everything to be with. So where does that leave sister wives? With Christine, Janelle, and Meri gone, and now Robyn pushed to the side, the entire premise of the show has evaporated. What began as a bold experiment has collapsed into heartbreak, regret, and fractured relationships. Fans are left asking the same question: is this truly the end? After all, what is Sister Wives without Sister Wives? Perhaps the cameras will keep rolling for one last season. Perhaps we'll see the fallout of Kody's choices play out in raw, unfiltered drama. But one thing is clear: the era of the Brown family as we knew it is over. The legacy they leave behind is not one of unity, but of lessons learned the hard way. And maybe, just maybe, that is what will resonate most: the courage of the women who chose to walk away, and the truth that sometimes the end of a family story is the beginning of each woman's freedom. Janelle Brown has stepped into a new chapter of her life, quietly building something steady, something rooted. After purchasing land in North Carolina to be closer to her daughter Maddie Brush, her husband Caleb, and their 3 children, Janelle has found herself creating not just a home but a new identity. Surrounded by family, the outdoors, and a slower pace of life, she is finding solace in the soil, planting seeds of both healing and rebirth. But just as Janelle is entering this new era, the Brown family as a whole has been rocked to its very core, because in March 2024, tragedy struck. At just 25 years old, Robert Garrison Brown Janelle and Kody's beloved son was gone. After a long private battle with mental health struggles, he lost his fight, leaving behind a void that is impossible to measure. The devastation was immediate, raw, and utterly public. Fans who had watched Garrison grow up on Sister Wives over more than a decade were stunned. His siblings, who adored him for his humor, his warmth, and his ability to light up any room, were shattered. And his parents, no longer husband and wife, but forever bound by their children, were left to grieve side by side. In an unusual moment of unity, Kody and Janelle issued a joint statement, mourning their bright and beautiful boy, asking the world to honor his memory and respect their grief. For once, the bitterness of divorce and the wounds of polygamy were replaced with something far greater: shared sorrow. Yet for fans, the heartbreak was compounded by the haunting awareness that this family, already fractured beyond recognition, was now dealing with a loss that no amount of cameras or confessionals could possibly contain. Janelle has spoken with devastating honesty about the cost of that loss. Just weeks after Garrison's death, she admitted she could barely think straight, her mind clouded in a fog of pain. At his celebration of life, she expressed gratitude for the outpouring of support, but confessed that the ache remained unbearable. On what would have been his 26th birthday in April 2024, she posted a heartbreaking tribute. "Happy heavenly birthday, sweetheart. We miss you so much today." She shared how the family went to Texas Roadhouse, one of his favorite places, and how they talked about him all night, as if keeping his presence alive. On Mother's Day that same year, the grief came in the smallest of ways while baking a strawberry rhubarb pie, Garrison's favorite. The dessert, once filled with joy, became a bittersweet ritual, a reminder of who was missing. Janelle admitted that while she could still feel her son's presence around her, the absence was crushing. "I love you, honey, and miss you every day," she wrote. Her grief did not stay confined to social media. At the U.S. Weekly Plus Pluto TV Reality Stars of the Year event in October 2024, Janelle spoke openly about how she survives each day. "You just take it moment by moment," she said. She emphasized the importance of men's mental health, a cause she now feels compelled to carry forward in Garrison's honor. By March 2025, 1 year after his passing, she shared a painful reflection. "In every quiet moment, you are first and foremost in my thoughts. It's been a year, baby. We miss you so much. Gone too soon." Sister Wives cameras captured this storm of raw grief. In an episode airing May 2025, fans saw a side of Kody Brown they had rarely witnessed. The stoic patriarch, often criticized for his coldness, broke down in tears. "Grief comes in waves," he confessed. "It just wasn't supposed to be this way." For the first time, he admitted regret over his strained relationship with Garrison, especially the fights about COVID restrictions that had torn them apart in the last years of his life. With his voice cracking, Kody said, "I didn't get a chance to really make things right. I thought there would be more time. Everybody thinks they've got more time." The cameras captured him collapsing against Robyn, sobbing. "How am I going to do this? How do I live the rest of my life with every holiday, every birthday, without him?" It was a haunting confession, one that left viewers speechless. The same man who once prided himself on control and authority was suddenly stripped bare, left only with regret and an unbearable sense of loss. Meanwhile, Janelle's quivering voice told her own story. She relived the final hours before Garrison's death, recounting the desperate text messages and unanswered calls. It was every mother's nightmare. And in that moment, the strength Janelle had carried for years cracked wide open. She was not just the practical wife, the calm strategist of the family. She was a mother broken, mourning a son who should still be here. The tragedy has shifted everything. For many fans, Garrison's death marks not only the most painful chapter in the Brown family's history, but also the final unraveling of Sister Wives itself. The original vision of the Shoah plural family navigating love and faith together no longer exists. Christine has remarried and moved on. Meri has chosen self-sufficiency and peace. Janelle is focusing on family and independence. And not one of the Brown children has chosen polygamy for themselves. The very foundation on which Sister Wives was built has crumbled. Even Robyn, once the center of Kody's devotion, admitted in a tearful confession that she felt they had failed. Her children, raised with the expectation of continuing their parents' faith, have chosen their own paths. For Robyn, Aurora's baptism into a church that embraced plural marriage was bittersweet. "I do feel like we failed," she admitted. The words stung because they were true, and so here we are. A show that began as a daring social experiment is now a portrait of endings of marriages, of beliefs, and of lives cut too short. The rise and fall of the Brown family has given fans everything: love, betrayal, heartbreak, and now unimaginable grief. But the loss of Garrison has taken the Kody narrative to a place no one wanted to go. It has made Sister Wives less about polygamy and more about the fragility of family, about the scars left behind, and about the resilience required to go on. Perhaps this truly is the end, because in the face of such devastation, the cameras feel intrusive, the drama feels small, and the only story left worth telling is one of healing. For Janelle, Christine, and Meri, that healing means stepping out of the shadows and into new lives of freedom. For Kody and Robyn, it means confronting their failures in a marriage that is no longer a symbol of spiritual destiny, but one of survival. And for the children, it means carrying forward the lessons of the past while building something different, something better. The Brown family will never be the same. Sister Wives will never be the same. And maybe, just maybe, that's the point. Because sometimes the end of a story is not about how it concludes, but about what comes after the courage to live again. Even when your heart is shattered and the strength to find light in the darkest of places, it began with whispers but quickly spiraled into a storm no one in the Brown family could escape. For years, Robyn Brown was painted as the favorite, the one who received Kody's devotion while the other wives were left feeling discarded, betrayed, and forgotten. But now the very foundation of that marriage is cracking, and for the first time, it isn't just the other wives who are questioning their future, it's Robyn herself. Friends close to the family reveal she has been quietly asking questions she never dared speak out loud. What if she made a mistake? What if all of this sacrifice, all of this loyalty, led her straight into the same heartbreak she once thought she was safe from? Those whispers turned into late-night conversations, calls to people she once ignored, even reaching out to Christine in hushed tones, desperate for guidance. Imagine the irony: Robyn, who Christine blamed for tearing the family apart, now asking her for advice on how to move on from a broken marriage. Christine, still standing strong after walking away, told her bluntly, "You have to decide what kind of life you want. Do you want your daughters to grow up thinking this is love? Or do you want them to see strength in leaving?" That question has haunted Robyn for months. And while Kody dismisses it all as drama, those close to the situation say Robyn has looked into renting her own place nearby, secretly calculating how freedom would even work after years of being the one holding Kody's loyalty. It is the kind of plot twist fans of Sister Wives never imagined. The wife who once benefited from favoritism, now facing the crushing weight of being Kody's only wife left standing. But the story doesn't end there. Behind the scenes, TLC has been scrambling. They built this empire on the illusion of a plural family, the drama of 4 wives, endless children, and the chaos of trying to live a life outside the norm. With Christine gone, then Janelle, and even Meri cutting ties, the producers still had Robyn the loyal, teary-eyed center of Kody's world. Now, if she walks too, what is left? Sources say executives are terrified. Meetings have been held, backup plans whispered about. Could they spin a divorce into the next chapter? Or would this finally kill the show once and for all? Fans speculate endlessly online, picking apart every interview, every look Robyn gives, every word Kody lets slip. Meanwhile, Kody himself has been unraveling. Once the confident patriarch, now he looks like a man cornered, stripped of the power he once commanded. His children are distant, his wives gone, and his last Elirabines slipping away. There are reports of fights behind closed doors, shouting matches where Robyn accuses him of throwing her under the bus, of making her the villain in a story she never wanted to be part of. She allegedly told him, "I didn't sign up to be hated by your whole family. Kody, I didn't sign up to lose my friends, my peace, and now my faith in you." Those who claim to have overheard say Kody has begged her to stay, that he has nothing left if she walks. But Robyn, for the first time, isn't crying to convince him to change. She's crying because she finally sees he never will. The kids feel the shift too. Aurora, Brina, and Dayton, once fiercely protective of their mother, now whisper among themselves about what life would look like if things really did change. Some say Robyn fears most for them, worried they'll carry the stigma of being part of this fractured legacy. She doesn't want them growing up in a household where bitterness is normal, where loyalty is repaid with neglect. That's why, quietly, she has started considering something once unthinkable: life after Kody. It's a thought she can't shake anymore, and fans, they're eating it up. Forums are ablaze, Facebook groups flooded with speculation. Some see it as karma, that the woman who once won Kody's devotion now suffers under the very weight she used to wield. Others feel sympathy, insisting Robyn never deserved the hatred she received, that she was just another woman caught in Kody's cycle of control and favoritism. But the truth, as always, is murkier than it seems. No one outside those walls really knows what's happening, yet every glance, every silence, every tear becomes another piece of evidence in this ongoing saga. Insiders say the tension has reached a boiling point. With cameras rolling for another season, TLC producers are hoping for fireworks but fearing a collapse. If Robyn leaves, they lose the last thread connecting this story to its original heart. But if she stays broken and miserable, can the show survive on pity alone? One thing is certain: the world is watching, and this time, even Robyn can't hide behind tears. The mask is slipping, the walls are crumbling, and the family that once tried to prove love could multiply has finally been divided to its very core. Whether Robyn walks away or not, the truth is undeniable: nothing will ever be the same again. And maybe, just maybe, that's the ending this story was always destined to have.